What is going on, my dudes? Welcome back to another squad builder, but this time today we have the best, well, not the best, but 50k, 200k, and 500k teams for the English side of things. So this is the best England team that you can make potentially for a 50k squad, 200 and 500k squad. If you guys enjoy these type of videos, guys, make sure you guys do drop a like for the YouTube algorithm, comment down below, and let me know what nation you guys want up next. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. So we've already done French, we've done Brazil, and now we are about to do the English side of things. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Looking at this team, honestly, I feel like this is gonna be a 50k team, and it could potentially be like a 40k team. So for those of you guys that are struggling a little bit with coins, this is gonna be a good pickup for you guys, boys. So we're gonna put Foster on the goal because I didn't want to go with Pope. I feel like Pope might be a little bit more, Pickford as well, and we kind of just said to go with Foster. Should be really relatively inexpensive. And then we got Stones and Smalling in the center back position. Unfortunately, unless you got coins to spend, there aren't that many great center backs to pick from the English side. But 68 pace, like I've said in my past couple of videos, 2 videos that we've made, 68 pace this year will be fine. A lot of players have lost pace, so that's good. Now, looking over at the fullbacks, guys, we took Bertrand and James. I know that they're not the fastest players, but for the price, those are the things that you can get. And again, guys, don't forget that this is just a full English team. If you guys want to get, you know, Bellerin, if you guys want to get Masuaku, I can't remember that guy's name, but that other left back, you guys can do that. I'm just doing this for streaming, for like, you know, YouTube purposes, because I want to like, you know, go dive deep into these English teams as well. So looking at our CDMs, guys, we do have 2 choices. We have Winks and Ox and Mr. Chamberlain, right? The Ox. And these 2 should perform well. And also keep in mind this is for a 4-2-3-1 formation. We do have Shaw that can replace Bertrand, but depending on how much Shaw is, since he's a United player, he might be a little bit more expensive. But honestly, Bertrand is just about as good as him. So we're gonna leave Shaw just there, but just kind of keep in mind that we said Bertrand first. Now I do have Barkley here. If you guys want to go with a player that has a little bit better, like just overall, even though he's a little bit slower than Winks, you guys can try him out as well. So that was just another option, but the only issue I didn't put him into the actual team was because he does have that 57 defending, and obviously for a CDM you don't want that. But these are the 2 best options that you guys have for a 50k team. Now going over to the left mid and the right mid players, we ended up taking Edwards as a right mid with 84 pace, which is pretty pacey, 84 dribbling. The really big downside to this guy is that he has 65 shooting and 48 physical. So I probably wouldn't shoot with that guy if you guys want me to be honest. And then we're looking at Barnes. Barnes looks a little bit more balanced. 83 pace, 80 dribbling with 72 shooting. Very nice card to pick up. The other option, I think we had another option, but we ended up going with Barnes. Let me actually go ahead and check before I get mad at myself. The other option was Redmond. You can also look at Redmond. He has really good stats too, good dribbling, low physicality. But overall, depending on who's cheaper, I would go for the cheapest one because Redmond does have 84 pace, so he has 1 more pace than him. So just kind of keep that in mind. He has better dribbling. Yep, 1 more better dribbling. Now going on to the strikers, guys, we have my man, Mr. Lewine, and we also have Antonio. Antonio is going to be the bread and butter of this team. He's been very solid for past FIFAs as a starter player, and I definitely recommend you guys pick him up if you guys are looking into a starter Premier League team or even an English team. And then Calvert really does have good stats as well. They're basically going to go hand in hand. Calvert has 1+ shooting over Antonio, but he does have less dribbling. And then Antonio has that huge physicality, and he has that 85 pace, 1 over Calvert. But overall, guys, this 50k team, I feel like is going to be good for you guys to start grinding with, start getting to feel the game, and then eventually, you know, upgrade the players to better Premier League players, better English players, whatever you guys want to do. And that right there, guys, is the 50k team. Let's go ahead and dive into the 200k team and really upgrade this team because there's a lot to upgrade on this one. 200k squad right here, guys. As you guys can see, we brought in the man Greenwood. Hopefully he'll be really good for FIFA 21. We brought in Gomez, we brought in Vardy, and we brought in Dele Alli, and everything else kind of stayed the same. And we also brought in Pope. Now we are kind of estimating that there's going to be a 200, maybe 220k team, guys. The goalkeeper is definitely improved. I think Pope will be a really fantastic goalkeeper for the first couple of, you know, months of the game. We got Gomez in, who we are predicting is going to be 50k, like anywhere between 30 to 50k. So it really depends on when you buy him. If you can get him like the first couple of days, Gomez will be cheaper. I don't see him being over like 80k though. Some people were saying 80k. Don't think that will happen. We had to keep Stones in or Smalling in because, well, the rest of the center backs aren't even great. So we kept Stones. But remember, guys, you guys can really bring in any center back like Bailly, etc. from the Premier League. I'm just showing you guys the best possible English team that you guys can get. And then we brought in Shaw and James Stace on the right back position. And then we also brought in Dele Alli, guys. Dele Alli looks like he's going to be a monster this year. 72 pace. Very good pace for the year that we have at FIFA 21 with lower pace, and then good defending, good physical stats, great shooting and dribbling stats. So overall, he will take control of everything. We're estimating like 20-30k for that guy, maybe 40-50k depending on when you buy him. I don't think that he'll go all the way up to 50k anytime soon, but he will definitely hit like 30-40s. Now, next up to him, we have Mr. The Ox. So we got The Ox right there next to him. Really good stats as well. The defending isn't that great, but you can always add a Sentinel to the card to really make that defending a little bit better. Going over to the left mid, we are keeping Barnes as well because we couldn't afford to upgrade him to anything better than that. So unfortunately, we kept Barnes there, but still really good option. And then, like we said, Greenwood, I'm really excited to use him this year, man. We also have Antonio. We kept Antonio at a Calvert just because of the physical and I just like Antonio. I've always liked him in previous Hivas. And then we got Vardy up top, which we are predicting he between 80 to 100k since he always kind of does lack that skill move setting. So just keep in mind that the skill move will not be there. But regardless, guys, this is the 200k team. And honestly, it's a very competitive team. You bring this team into the weekend league and you're definitely going to be able to do some damage with the midfield, really strong midfield, really strong defense in general with Gomez right there. Gomez going to give you a huge advantage. And then Greenwood and Barnes are also really solid players as well going into the beginning of FIFA 21. And then Vardy, of course, as your main striker, is just going to absolutely decimate everybody with that pace. And, of course, his finishing. And then we got Antonio right next to him showing some love. That right there, my friends, is the 200k squad. And now we can finally make a really good English squad. And remember, guys, you guys can put in any Premier League player that you guys want, as it's basically a full Prem team. So you guys can do that. 500k team now, my guys, and let me tell you, this is probably going to be just a little bit over 500k. We are basically keeping the same back line, but we are adding my homie Wan-Bissaka into the mix, right? The back line is looking a lot better now, and again, I would definitely recommend you guys get Bailly or someone with a little bit more pace here if you guys are going for a English team because you know you want to have fun or whatever. Then definitely get Stones and just go with it, but definitely recommend you guys look at Bailly from the Prem. We are going to keep the same CDMs as well. We were going to use Henderson, but Henderson has really low pace, and I feel like I would rather use Ox, but you guys can definitely do that if you guys have the extra coins to get Henderson, if you guys really want to do that, or you guys can go for someone like Sissoko if you guys, you know, don't mind going for other players that aren't necessarily English. Then we bring in Sterling, and we kind of estimated Sterling's price at 100, 125k. We were going to use Rashford here, but Rashford is going to increase the price of this team quite a lot, guys. Rashford is a player that, even though he's lower rated, he is going to be a lot more desired than Sterling. I believe he has 4-star weak foot if I'm not mistaken, but he does have that 5-star skill move. So that 5-star skill move is definitely going to push up the price to like 250k for this card. This card will definitely be like half of this card just because of him having a 3-star weak foot, him not having the 5-star skill moves and all that kind of good stuff. Also, we put in Sancho into the mix because Sancho, even though he is a really high rated card, I don't think that he'll be over 100k. My main purpose for that is because he has 83 pace. And a lot of people have really been talking bad about Sancho in general since, you know, the whole aspect of him coming out with super low pace. So I don't think a lot of people will be picking him up. So I do see his price being lower than what people will expect. And I do think it'll be around 70, 80k, at least for the first week or so. And overall, the card is still really good, guys. Like 83 pace for this game that's coming out is actually going to be good. Now, going on to the strikers, right? We do have Rashford off chemistry on 8-cam, but honestly, I would probably do this since Rashford will be playing striker. And we have Vardy as well next to him. I definitely would say that I would sacrifice Vardy if I had to keep Rashford into the team. And that's something that I would 100% do if you have to, if you don't have 500k. And again, guys, you guys can pick up any Premier League players that you guys want to experiment with, etc. And I would show you guys the meta teams that you guys can make with a English team. But this is basically it, guys. There's not really anything better that you can do with English teams. But let me make you guys a better Premier League team in general that you guys can use, as technically if we say England team, it still kind of goes as that. So let's go ahead and show you guys a good Premier League team. Guys, like I said, you guys can replace players because with this English squad, it's basically all Prem players. So this is a really, really good starter team if you guys want to go for a full meta Premier League team, whatever you guys want to do, guys. So we ended up going a little bit cheaper with some players because I didn't want to give you guys like a 2 mil team. So this is basically like a 1.3 mil team that you guys can look at. Tierney's going to be relatively expensive as well because of his stats, but he will be a good card to pick up. You got Gomez, Sanchez, and Wan-Bissaka in the back line. Super meta back line in general. We put De Gea in goal because De Gea's always kind of OP in FIFA. Not really this year, but he kind of always was before this. I wanted to put Bell there because I really like Bell this year. I think Bell's going to be such a good player. Coming into the Premier League is really nice to see him there. And we got Winnie and Conte in the CDM roles. Those two players will balance each other out really well, as Conte is really a CDM like base player, and then Wijnaldum is just a, you know, he can be a CDM, he can be a CM, he can even be a cam. He can kind of play it everywhere because he has really good stats everywhere. So those two cards balance each other extremely well. Then we got Rashford on the left mid side. Fantastic card. Going to be very expensive this year. Gonna be very, very good though, honestly. And then for the attack, we bringing in Warner coming into Chelsea, who I think is going to be really good this year. And then we also got Obama in there. I was going to put Aguero, but I kind of wanted to use Warner just because it's different and not really the same. But guys, this is a Premier League team that you guys can use that's super meta from the English side of things. If you guys enjoyed this video, as always, I would really appreciate if you guys give it a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Comment down below and let me know what if you guys comment down below. Let me know if you guys want a league team or a nation team for the next episode, and I'll definitely do whatever you guys decide down there. All right, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for chilling. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another FIFA 21 video. FIFA 21, guys, is just a couple of days away. Peace out.